mic is way over here.
You need to cut that off. I thought that was off.
I did too until he had made that noise.
Somebody gonna cut it back on. Ain't that something?
Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Who is somebody?
I don't know. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Love Brew podcast. I'm your host, Tommy T.
My name is Artika.
I don't be knowing if you want me to say your name. Say my name. Say my
I don't
name.
know. I be feeling
No
like
one is
sometimes you have the
around you.
takeover spirit and you be like, this my wife.
I don't, because you don't be saying nothing.
Okay.
You sitting here looking at me like I'm crazy. Crazy creek water. Why did people say that? Did y'all say that?
I never said that before in my life.
You didn't?
Nope.
We did.
But apparently we use things that would have been offensive to you.
You don't think fool is offensive?
Because I grew up around people saying fool.
I guess so. I didn't.
I guess if the L's not hard, it's not an offense.
Yeah.
It's
It's like
it's more like fool.
it's
Fool.
it's it's like saying the N word with ER on the end.
A hard ER.
Hard ER.
That offends people far more than
A.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on the complexion of your skin too. If you're gonna be offended in that sort of way. Anyway, not a lot happened this week. Good.
What you mean good?
Like in the world today. Not a lot of good happened.
I'm trying to think about our lives this week. And it feels like it's just been one big blur.
Man, the funniest thing about this week, I went back to work Tuesday because of my dad and stuff. And so when I get back to work, I'm a talkative person. That's probably you guys know. You know. And so when I'm at work, I'm talking to everybody.
I don't know what just happened.
I'm talking to everybody and anybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my desk area is right in the front when people walk in. So it's like people walk by like, oh Tommy, hey, how you doing? Did you have a good vacation? Now let in mind I've been off of work for 2 weeks. Like they're like, did you have a good vacation? I'm like, no, it wasn't a good one. It wasn't a vacation either. And then I tell them, I say, hey, my dad passed away. And the look on people's faces, because they're happy to see me, right? Like speaking and everything. And then the next thing you know, I tell them this, and their face just changes. Same thing happened when I talked to my nutritionist, because she was like, we got a joke about turkey burgers. She was like, I was like, I make me 2 turkey burgers when I eat them. She was like, why don't you just make one, but just put both of the meats on it? Less calories,
Less bread.
less bread. I was like, you know what? I have never thought about that. Like, never crossed my mind to do that ever. And so we just
Good morning,
made a little
cousin.
joke. What's up, cousin? Made a little joke about that. And so she was like about to mess with me about that. And then I was like, well, my dad died. And I was like, so now what we gonna talk about?
Thanks for making the nutrition meeting into a therapy session.
She said,
but you know what? I was talking to one of the ladies at the front desk. I remember I told you I went to the doctor yesterday, but remember I told you like everybody was out of the lobby except for me.
Yeah.
But I got there before most of them. I was like, what y'all doing in here? Cause I have an early appointment. I know they could have appointments earlier than me, but I got here at the appropriate check-in time.
Yeah.
Why I ain't in the back yet? So me and her were talking, and I just told her, I was like, I'm just tired. I was like, I feel like the last 2 weeks of my life have just been like a blur.
Yeah. Good morning, Sharon.
And as I was telling her that, I was like, yeah, my father-in-law passed away. I was like, my husband was going back and forth to Tennessee, and I was like, that was difficult on days that I had both of the kids at home because it's hard managing both of them and being at work. Quad and I have a routine. Lily disrupts it. And so we were talking about that, and she was telling me about her dad passing away and him having dementia. And I was like, girl, we not finna be in this lobby crying. Because I'm asking her questions because she was telling me about like how her dad used to help her mom. And I was like, oh, how's your mom doing with that? She was like, oh, she died first. And I was like, okay, so we just opened up the vortex of death.
Right.
And we just talking about people. And honestly and truly, the subject of your parents being together but not having divorced, or being married but not having divorced but not being together, came up, and she was just like, maybe something happened and they just didn't feel like it was the end. And I was like, oh, that's definitely what happened.
I don't know.
What happened that they started living separately?
Oh, yeah.
Like something happened, but they didn't think that it was the ending of the relationship. This was just a for now thing. And for now just turned into like 30 years, 20 years, how many years. But it was just like that conversation, realizing, quantifying how long we've been together, like to another human being. It was just like, it was a long drawn out series of why haven't they called me to the back end, and me and this woman is telling too much of our business to each other. It was an older Hispanic lady named Isabella, and she is hilarious. Like she's gonna be my bright spot in doctor's visits.
Oh yeah, man. But I mean, like, it's just, for me, it was just a funny thing, and I laugh at things, to keep from crying. But just talking like talking to my nutritionist about it, because the important part was, like I was telling her, half the time I didn't feel like eating. A lot of time, what's up, Talisa?
Good morning.
A lot of times, I would just eat anything. And that was the thing that we were talking about. And, she was talking about like going through grief and stuff like that. But then, like, going to work, talking to people about it, because they didn't know what was going on. Like the people that sat around me, I sent them a text and stuff, but nobody else knew what was going on.
Because that doesn't just come up in conversation.
Right.
Hey, Tommy not here because it's just, you see Tommy not there.
I told my people at work, I was like, I wish I would have told people, because coming back, because like I had to go to work, because I was like, I can't just sit here. I wasn't doing anything. Like I had all the time in the world to do stuff, but I would just lay down and watch TV. And so,
and you took more naps in 2 weeks than I've seen you take.
Right. In 10 years.
Intentionally naps.
Right.
You take a lot of naps. They just don't be.
Right. I fall asleep doing
intentionally
stuff. Yeah, right.
But the only other time you slept that much was when I first had quiet. I don't know what was wrong with you.
I don't either, man. I couldn't keep my eyes open for some reason. But no, like going to work and then having to, like, not wanting to explain everything, but me being who I am. Good morning, Irene. Me being who I am, it's like I'm gonna talk about it, because that's the biggest thing in my life right now. And they're like, well, how you doing? Like my the head guy, me and him, like, we went to the bathroom, and he was like, man, what, how is it going? And I just started talking to him about the whole thing, like from going up there to, finding out, and then going back and forth up there, and how it was, and why I'm at work today and stuff like that. Man, I was like, let me stop talking to you before I be crying in this bathroom.
Snot.
But it's like that was the hard part about going to work, is me being so talkative and then talking to everybody else, not trying to bring their day down or anything like that. But by Thursday, I was good though.
Okay.
I was back in the swing of things.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It only took you, what, 2 days?
Yeah.
2.5 days of being back at work.
Yeah, because I started, like, people started joking with me again. The question of um, if they remade the Bodyguard and today, like who would play Whitney Houston's character and who would play Kevin Costner's character? That's where that came from.
No,
Or I saw it on the Breakfast Club, and then I asked the folks at work, and I was like, "This makes me feel normal again."
Because you asking everybody a weird question.
Yeah, I hit them
not weird, but you know what I mean.
I hit my group. It was like
So what did they give you?
We Coco Jones as Whitney.
This was their collaborative answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Channing Tatum as Kevin Costner.
What were the options that they gave while they came?
So while we was coming up with stuff, we said Beyonce was mentioned.
I said no to Beyonce.
Yeah, I said no to Beyonce. I didn't like her acting. Beyonce was mentioned. It was somebody else that was. I said Rihanna or Tiana Taylor. That was a no. Everybody was like no. What did she say?
She said that's a great time frame reacclimating to work.
Yeah.
The word reacclimating got you.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
I was like, what is this long word up here? I'm trying to think who else was it. Tiana Taylor, Rihanna was mentioned.
I don't remember who I said.
Nicole Bahari was mentioned.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. And I had to look her up.
Sterling Brown was mentioned as the bodyguard. Idris Elba was mentioned as the bodyguard, but ultimately we went with Channing Tatum
because y'all were trying to do the black
and
white man. See, first of all, when Tommy first said this, I was like, I don't know any white people.
And see, that's the hard part is naming white actors that you think will play a good part, because Kevin Costner was a bit older than Whitney Houston's character. I don't remember Kevin Costner's character. But it was a solid movie. You know. Is he drinking something?
It sounds like it. I hope it's that water that I.
Where did you put it?
I don't remember.
He's definitely drinking. Yeah, it's
in one of his. Yeah, that's the water I made him. He told me he didn't want.
He said,
all the black actors I can name are older.
Yeah.
Yeah, because who is not black that I watch on television or in film?
But it's like today's actors are, I don't know, like they not like the big action stars, because that's who you think you would pick to do it, and it wouldn't be a huge actor.
So loudly.
I don't know, man. It's weird, but you wouldn't pick a huge star to do it, because they wouldn't, it wouldn't be something that they. It would be something that they would do. But yeah, so Channing Tatum was the one that we came up with that was like, yeah.
Okay.
He's a little bit older.
So Coco Jones and Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
I wonder
who asked for it. That was a solid movie though.
The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
I guess
that's where the question came
from.
And I just took it to work because I needed something.
It's interesting. I was not watching The Breakfast Club.
Come on, Talisa, it's too early for these words, man.
Neurodivergent.
I knew what it said, but I ain't know. I ain't lie to you. I don't know what it means.
I'm trying to figure out a way to say this in words that would help you understand.
Oh, the Scottish guy, or no, not the Scottish guy. I don't know if he's Scottish, but I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I figured that part out.
On the spectrum,
yeah.
Usually, if you're not going to push yourself in a category of I have Asperger's, I'm autistic, I'm this, I'm that, neurodivergent kind of covers
everything,
parts of the spectrum.
I got you. The fact that you knew that without looking it up, I commend you.
I was trying to figure out a way.
I wonder, is this stuff that I can look up that people don't really know about? Like, what's my
what's my
superpower?
I've looked into the spectrum a lot. It's a conversation. It's a very ongoing conversation that Ace and I have been having.
I didn't know it was a movie called Neurodivergent.
Oh, I don't know. I was just trying to give him definition of that word.
Yeah,
Um,
appreciate it.
People who view, frame, and process the world differently than most others. So
So am I neurodivergent?
probably. So the conversation that Ace and I've been having ongoing has been talking about people that were in gifted classes
Yeah,
in school, and how a lot of them don't realize that they too are on the spectrum, because as Deshauna says, like giving that as the definition, people who view, frame, and process the world differently.
yeah.
Usually that's how you end up in the category of gifted,
Oh,
because you process things differently. And I was like, and the conversation that we've been having, this an agreement, not an argument,
yeah.
is that gifted people or kids that are labeled as gifted in school
Mm-hmm.
are also on the spectrum. They're just on a different side of the spectrum that we don't look at as a society
Yeah.
negatively,
Mm-hmm.
because people usually go straight to nonverbal, low functioning,
Mm-hmm.
instead of the other end, which would be the exact opposite of that, like very verbal and high functioning.
Mm-hmm.
And we also missed the word that it is a spectrum.
Yeah.
And so that means that it is like from end to end. So that's been an ongoing conversation that me and him have, because
You and who?
me and Ace.
Oh, I was gonna say
I
I don't
said
talk to you
Ace's
about that.
name like multiple times. And it started when the conversation for me and him started when I got Lily into Babies Can't Wait,
Mm-hmm.
because her speech delay, they automatically start doing testing for autism because she had a speech delay. Um, and so at this age, they still haven't ruled her out as not having autism or being on the spectrum,
Yeah.
but we've removed into a highly unlikely. I think she said at 9 is when they do like the last
Yeah.
we testing. But there's so many people that find out that they're on the spectrum as adults
Yeah.
now, because the language wasn't there when they were her
Yeah.
age.
Yeah. Um.
You was like, let's get through this really
Yeah.
fast.
I'm like, because you talking out of my zone, man.
I mean, but that is
I
what I'm
mean,
saying
I
making
knew
sense?
what you was talking about because I was there in the meeting. So.
Well, I'm just giving you the background of how me and him started this conversation and how we got here, because he says I'm on the spectrum
Oh, okay.
all the time.
I don't.
Okay.
uh,
There's a hair.
what was I talking about, man?
I don't
Oh,
know.
so yeah, leave in the comments.
Divergent is the movie. Theo
That's
James.
it. Leave in the
I don't
comments
know
who
who
you
that
think
is.
should play Whitney Houston's character and Kevin Costner's
Theo
character. That makes it a
Jones,
great movie. Like,
actor.
not just somebody that can sing, because that was the thing. That's how we came up with Coco Jones, was she can sing and she can act.
Oh yeah, so that's where I went with it immediately. Who sings? Because we were like this big.
Somebody said Taraji Henson. I was like, she's too old to play this
Yeah,
character.
because the bodyguard gonna be what, 60?
And then they was
Unless
like,
they do like an
let's
inverse
flip
where
it.
the
Yeah,
bodyguard is young.
yeah. They was like, let's flip it. Then okay, I can see her being that, but I don't know if she can sing.
Mm. She did whoop that trick.
Nobody. What's up, Doug?
I mean, not whoop that trick. What was her song?
I don't know.
Didn't she sing "Hard Out Here for a Pimp"?
Yeah,
That's what it was.
you ain't know, right? Hey, Terrence Howard been out in the public lately too, talking about Diddy tried him one time.
Cat Williams said you got to tell him no.
And then he said he coming out with a podcast, which makes sense. He coming out with a podcast to expose Black Hollywood, or the dark side of Hollywood. I was like, man, I guess you ain't trying to act no more.
He said he was retiring after. Was it
Why though?
Empire?
I don't know. Why though?
I don't know.
Um It'd be funny. Sam Jack be somebody's bodyguard.
Vin Diesel maybe, but both selected are the best.
Hmm.
I initially went to
I didn't
like
even
The
think about
Rock.
Vin Diesel. No, The Rock's too big of a star.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like I initially went to The Rock for body type.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, who would I want to guard my body?
Yeah.
Big guy.
Yeah.
No matter how big of a woman you are, because Coco Jones is tall.
Yeah.
I don't mean big, but I mean tall. No matter how big of a woman you are, The Rock is going to be bigger.
Right.
That's why I initially went to him.
Yeah. Man, they got a
do your girl.
Who?
Jill Scott.
I'll be the bodyguard. I'll play that role.
We don't need this movie at all.
I'm just saying it just came. It just it just came up, man. So I think like I don't know if anybody would improve, but the thing was like I was like looking at somebody that can really sing because the music that came out of that that movie, like those are like actual good songs, like solid songs.
But Whitney was indeed a hit maker.
That's what I'm saying.
Speaking of remakes, the spinoff that we just found out about, the Varnell Hill show.
Yeah.
How you think that's gonna go?
I don't know. I always look at the age of people.
Because we didn't put that down. Kevin Hart and Jill Scott. No, absolutely.
Who
not.
would be the bodyguard? Who would be like that changes the whole dynamic of things.
Jill be like, I got my piece.
Yeah, right.
Because this little nigga ain't gonna do nothing.
I'm gonna check it out just because Varnell Hill on Martin was funny.
So when I saw them, and I'm assuming that was Martin's Kitchen, talking about the Varnell Hill show when he went into character,
yeah,
I was like, is it not 2025? Because if he's still acting like this, Varnell Hill would not be on television.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It's like Tommy Davidson is a special type of funny. And it works on Martin. Martin show goes off. Then we got Varnell Hill.
It's like, well, it was before it went off, but it's like the Cosby Show in a Different World.
Yeah.
Blackish and Grownish.
Right.
Like Grownish kept going after Blackish went off the air, but it didn't last too much longer.
Yeah, it had like 2 or 3 more seasons, and then it was, it run its course.
I think that it's really hard, especially with a show focused on college students. You're only in school for 4, maybe 5 years.
Yeah.
And it's hard to take the characters to their adult lives like they did Whitley and Dwayne and introduce all these new people and us to actually care about these new people. Because that was the issue with Grownish.
Man, it's like with that, change it. Change the character. If you just want to do a show based off of Varnell Hill, that's fine, but change everything. Because now you're trying to catch us to watch it. We're gonna watch it because we watch Martin. But then you have one.
We would watch it even if it wasn't like a Martin spinoff.
Yeah.
Because just like you watch Papa's House,
yeah,
you'll be watching it because Tommy Davidson is.
I wouldn't.
I think you would have.
Not because of Tommy. Tommy Davidson never did anything that I was like, oh man, this Tommy Davidson. Like he's funny, but he's not my funny. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't watch his, if he did stand up, I wouldn't watch it.
I started reading his book and then I had to stop. I was like, I'm not interested anymore.
Like his funny, his comedy isn't the comedy I would enjoy a lot.
Okay.
Like I would just check it out because I know who he is from I was to say in Living Single, but in Living Color. And just being like on shows.
What has Tommy Davidson been?
He's done a lot. He did what is it, Booty Call?
Tommy,
and he wasn't a star in that to me.
Davidson.
You know what I'm saying? So That's what it yeah, it's goofy funny, but it's not. Is it lasting?
A Living Color, Booty Call, Juwanna Man, Black Dynamite. He was in the Proud Family movie.
Yep.
Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. I don't remember him in that. And I watched that movie a lot.
Exactly. The only thing you really remember Tommy Davidson
Woo.
in was Booty Call and whatchamacallit, in Living Color.
Bamboozle. What is Plump Fiction?
I don't know. It's a spinoff.
There wasn't no spinoff. He was on the Miss Pat show. I definitely don't watch that.
Yeah, I don't watch that. See, and like his stand up, I didn't know about he had stand up specials. Like, is that recent, Dub, or right? But never by himself. So it's like,
He
for
was
me,
in
the
Coming to
Varnell Hill
America.
show.
He was in there.
We're gonna watch it because of Martin. Martin's behind it. We're gonna watch
I forgot they
stuff
did a
for
Coming to
Martin.
America movie. I mean, sitcom. Nobody watched it. Yeah. Nope. I'm looking at all this and I'm like, He did a lot of voice acting.
Yeah.
So he's been consistently making money, but
Right, which that's the point of stardom. Being consistently paid. But
Tommy Davidson and Philly stand-up special is a classic. He's the same funny as Jim Carrey, but because he's black, didn't get the same notarization. I can only name a few things that I avidly watched Jim Carrey in, and it was probably Ace Ventura and Pet Detective.
But for me, Jim Carrey is different because Jim Carrey's movies went different places.
No, it's also because we didn't really have cable, so I had to watch what I could watch.
When Jim Carrey was in, I think it's either, I don't know which one came first, but Jim Carrey was in The Cable Guy as well as being in Batman. I don't care what anybody say. Anybody in any type of superhero movie that has a standout part, it's gonna carry some type of weight because more people are watching that. And he played the Riddler. The Riddler is animated like all the other characters he played early on, and then he got serious because Jim Carrey is in the Sonic trilogy. All 3 Sonic movies that came out recently, Jim Carrey is is Dr. Robotnik.
So my child would know who he is, not me, because she watches Sonic. I don't.
Yeah, but for Tommy Davidson, let's look at they both came from In Living Color, but the next movie we can think of is Booty Call. That's just a black audience, and Woo, that's a black audience. You know what I'm saying? And no offense to him, I don't know if it was it's it's because he's black in this animated character or whatnot. But the opportunity.
Wait, so the people find out his parents was white.
Yeah, the opportunities were different for them.
Yeah. What is her name? Natasha Rothwell.
I always think Kelly.
She's in one of the Sonic movies.
She's in 2 of them.
2 of them.
Yeah,
I don't be knowing which one
she's the
Lily's
sister.
Watching.
She's the sister to something.
To something.
I don't know her first name. Tamika? Is it Tamika?
I don't know.
The girl that played on Tyler Perry's thing. What We Stopped Watching with your mom.
The Have and Have Not.
Yeah.
Tika
something. She's her sister. She plays her sister in that.
Anytime I've walked in the room with Lily watching Sonic, I have never seen Tika something on the screen.
It's 3 of them. Yeah.
Like, I've never seen Tika. I've seen Natasha Rothwell, but I've never seen Tika on the screen.
Yeah, Tika is the quote unquote mom of Sonic.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you laughing?
Because you're like, oh, interesting. Yeah.
I
like to see people clean up.
No, I really am like, okay, didn't know that. But I literally didn't know that.
Yeah. So the Varnell Hill show for me. I mean, I'm gonna check it out just because
it's a maybe.
It's it's something to watch.
I really do hope, from what I was reading, the way that they were talking about it being shot is going to be kind of similar to Abbott Elementary, where they have a lot of like pauses and looks at the camera, the like confessional type setups, and I think that a workplace comedy could be interesting, especially when you get like the behind the scenes of things, as long as they also take us to the actual show.
Yeah.
And it would be nice if they did like the 90s did, where there was always musical guests.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with that is that I don't know the people in music of 2025.
Yeah.
So they be like, and we got Lotto. And I'll be like, why? And I actually like Lotto.
Yeah.
But you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, for sure.
you'd be like, little somebody, and that would be like, who?
Little pistol starter.
Who is that? They're gonna have chocolate dropper on.
I was just about to say it.
Chocolate dropper.
But that's it. That's the thing about the hard part about like TV shows today. It's like the originals, sitcoms.
Yeah.
They're working on getting them back, but it's like you're not gonna get the same vibe that you got. Like the neighborhood works because it's a sitcom.
Which I'm sad they're going to their last season.
Yeah, but I mean, look who the heavy hitters of sitcoms they got in there. Cedric the Entertainer, sitcom god. You know.
I know you hate that thing.
Yeah, I do.
Tashina.
You got Tashina, who's, I mean, come on, man.
Ben Affleck is the bodyguard.
No, I have to look at his name came up, but I was like, nah, he ruined himself for me with Batman. When he played,
this being could be a bodyguard.
He just, I don't know, man. He got a new movie coming out, The Accountant 2.
Is that why you watched The Accountant the other day?
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. What was I saying?
You got distracted.
I did, because Ben Affleck, like I was like, Ben Affleck would be
talking
perfect.
About the neighborhood, the heavy hitters.
Yeah,
and then you started reading.
And then the other girl, the white wife.
Gemma. I don't know what Gemma's real name is.
She played on Two Broke Girls.
Did she?
Yeah, and she's been in a couple other things too.
Her name is Beth.
And then you got Martin Luther.
Malcolm and Marty.
That kind of is not that old.
2016.
Like,
I just looked it up. That's the only reason I can say that.
It ain't that old. I remember watching it the first time. But you know that show, I really like The Neighborhood though. But it's like those sitcoms, brand new, same characters essentially, you know, and putting them together. But with the Varnell Hill, I'm not too sure on that one. Yeah. What else did we have to talk about today? It wasn't much this week. That's shooting at FSU.
Yeah, I asked you about that this morning. I saw the two people that were lost. One of them worked for like the food delivery people that delivers to the cafeterias and food service places, and the other one was a food service worker. I still you told me that there was a shooting there, and I hadn't seen anything about it, but that was also a day that I wasn't really looking at my phone.
Yeah.
And then this morning I got on Instagram and I saw a post, and it was just saying we have the names of the deceased, and that was as far as I had gotten. Let me see if I can pull it back
like
up.
The kid was the kid that did the shooting was I guess a child of a sheriff or something like that.
Yeah, they said he took his mama's piece. I don't know what I can say on the internet. He took his mama's pew pew. Are they talking about charging his mama that you seen?
I haven't seen anything that says that, but he's an adult. He's 20 years old.
I'm saying for him having access to it.
He's an adult. He's 20 years old.
I don't know. You know, we be coming up with wild laws.
Like that, like.
Was he a white man?
Yeah.
They'll charge him like he 15.
Yeah.
He's never been in trouble before.
This kid.
He's never been in trouble before.
I haven't looked deeper into it just because it's like for me, just trying to keep peace in my brain a
Mm-hmm.
little bit, and that just runs me wild
I think
sometimes.
that I took that stance
Hmm.
um around the Fernando Castillo, is that his last name? And George Floyd,
Hmm.
that I had to like stop indulging.
Yeah. Nah.
And so I could know the facts, but I wasn't going to like go seek them out until my brain was ready to process them.
Yeah. And that's how I feel with this one because I'm like, man, not again.
Yeah.
We dealing with too much stuff right at the very moment. It's way too much stuff we dealing with.
Hmm.
Um, if you guys know us, you know we love Tennessee volunteers. We bleed orange here at the house. That's what we are. Um, we're alumni to there.
So
Is that
there.
the word? Is that the way you say it? Well,
Yeah.
anyway,
Go ahead. Keep going.
um, so this past week, I think our quarterback from last year is going to change the trajectory of the NIL and how they do business
Hmm.
because this man made $2 million. First off, I didn't know the school paid them.
I didn't know how the NIL deals work.
Yeah,
I know that I don't remember who it was, but I know that they like sponsor student athletes can get sponsorships from like athletic
yeah.
brands and things like that.
And see, that's where I thought that's where they got their
That's
money
where I
from.
thought it all came from too. And it's nothing for them to be like, I'm gonna give you $500,000 for you to wear our shoes
Mm-hmm.
because somebody's watching you out here
Yeah,
on the court,
right.
on the field, whatever.
Exactly.
Um, but I did not know that that came from the school. And quite frankly, although I know the school got it, the school ain't willing to give it.
Yeah, because this kid, I hate to call him a kid, but
You
this
was
guy,
about to do the
yeah,
same thing.
this guy, um, basically said had a great season last year. Give me 4 million. He
Hmm.
makes 2 million,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm. And the thing with that is that the school is paying you 2 million. How many other people are they paying?
Right. Exactly.
That's why they started charging for them football tickets when we was about to
No,
leave.
that
I
is
know it's
not
not.
why.
I
That is
know it's
not
not
why.
why.
People wasn't coming to them football games.
My thing with that was I ain't gonna pay to watch y'all lose because we were not in a winning season.
I mean, like that's the thing about our football team. We had one season where we were not doing well,
Mm-hmm.
and then they fired Phil Fulmer,
Mm-hmm.
and then we went through a roller coaster of football coaches
Mm-hmm.
until we
And
got
for
here.
that, I was out.
Until we got here,
When they told us $90, I was like, $90?
ain't nobody ever told me $90 for.
No, it's 90 for the season. For all the home
Oh
games.
yeah, I didn't have $90 to give them. Uh,
They could have billed me and I would have told them take it off. I don't want it.
but no, so he asked for 4 million, and Tennessee, the head coach was like, "Nah, bro, ain't nobody bigger than the team, not even me. We said we'd give you two, and I don't think it was a good move because my thoughts on it is you basically playing for a check, and it's so much more. Like I get it. Like y'all should be paid for putting your bodies on the line for these schools, and these schools are making millions off of you guys, especially the big Power Five schools, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're making millions off of you guys, and you should be compensated for
Mm-hmm.
it. My thing is, you had a great season. You put Tennessee, we got into the playoff and all this and all that, but you wasn't a top quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to make that demand, like win the national championship, you probably will get a raise. You know what I'm saying? But you say, give me 4 million because the team is doing well, and you can ask for it. But now you put in a position where all the schools that would be work would pay that,
Mm-hmm.
they have their quarterback.
So where did he end up going?
I think he's in talks with UCLA.
Yeah, you told me that. he said to the schools, "Don't call me, I'll call you."
Yeah, basically, he went into the transfer portal and was like, I'll reach out to the schools I'm interested in." And I think it was a move because he wanted to get back to California because I think that's where he's from. Um,
UCLA is only giving him
that's what,
1.75 million.
and I was like, they not finna give you, like, you not finna get 4 million. I would rock with that 2 million.
What year is he?
He's this will be his junior season.
Okay.
I think. I think he might have redshirted. I think he got a couple more years. But it's not like, bro, you gonna do 4 years. Wherever you were, like in the college thing, you're gonna do 4 years. Because um college students ain't leaving school like that. No more. You seeing these top college students go all 4 years, get a degree. Hey, cousin.
Hey.
Get a degree, and then they go off to the league. There's only a handful that are now leaving. Like, we don't have any more Maurice Clarett's anymore, where he does a freshman year and then he like, I'm out.
So you take $250,000 less to essentially go back home. And I know you're not worried about the cost of living and all those things because you're in school. You always gonna have somewhere to live. But when you take this amount of money to do less, you ran the risk of not, I don't even know the words I want to use. Like, basically, you're not getting as many eyes on you as you would have in the past being at a different school. I don't really know. Is UCLA known for football? Because I don't think
I mean, like, they not terrible, but they ain't top.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are they known for football? I didn't think so. Best of luck to him.
No.
Hope he gets what he was looking for in this deal, because it was very interesting. I saw a lot of outrage online, of course.
No, it's like, man,
hello.
Yeah, like, you hear that news and you're like, bro, what? Like,
but I think also it's very difficult for us to wrap our heads around, because when we were in school, there were very talented people who were not making money.
Oh yeah, he wanted them to give him a Bugatti too.
A Bugatti?
Yeah, he wanted the car too. It's like, bro, like, what is wrong with you?
Oh, so stunting is a habit.
Put it in there.
I don't know. All
right, go ahead, man.
I just don't know.
Go ahead.
It just
yeah, go ahead.
It doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. And then you was telling me the other day, speaking of football, you was telling me the other day that your boys were talking about retiring. No, he was talking about retiring the kids' jerseys. It's not him retiring.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna say somebody came up in retirement, but it was the jerseys.
It was not retiring the jerseys. The controversy behind it, Colorado is going to retire Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter's jerseys today, actually, at their spring game. And the controversy behind it is, what did Shedeur do that warrants retiring the jersey?
He his daddy's son.
When you got Cordell Stewart, who went there and his jersey is not retired. And Cordell Stewart basically, was the last great thing to come out of Colorado. Travis Hunter, the argument can be that he won the Heisman Trophy.
Do they normally retire jerseys this quickly after you get out of school?
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna say I didn't think so. I mean, okay,
they are barely out of school,
right? So, like I was telling you, I don't have a ton of experience with people's jerseys being retired, like that I know personally.
Yeah,
my high school did retire one of my classmates' jerseys that played girls basketball. And then actually my little cousin's basketball coach, his jersey got retired. He went to high school with me too. But they jerseys just got retired last year.
Right. And we've been out of school 20 years.
Jeremy's older than me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Toya and I graduated together.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, no, you don't like it's like somebody going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
You
so it's
gotta
20 years or 22 years because I
yeah,
think he graduated in '03.
you gotta wait so long before you can be even considered. Like Carmelo Anthony is just now being considered for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And we see how it's been like 4 or 5 years since he retired.
Mm-hmm. He
Dub, they
decided he
didn't
was
even win an
finished.
imaginary championship because every championship they could have won, they lost the game that put them, because they could have been. I think they're Pac-12 talking about Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
They could have won that, but they lost to Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas was the game did not matter to Kansas. I think they might have been a bubble team.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they win this game, they get bowl eligible.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was like the last or second to last game of the season. And if Colorado wins that game, they are able to go to the Pac-12 championship.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if it's Pac-12. Let's just say Pac-12.
Okay.
So they win that game, they're in the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
They lose it.
Mm.
All right, that puts them in a bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
They insured Shador and Travis Hunter for so many millions of dollars that if they got hurt in this bowl game, they're gonna get compensated. That's why a lot of seniors don't play just
No, I
the bowl
understand
game.
it because my goal is to go to the league, not to get hurt here and have a
Right.
career-ending injury.
Right. And so understood that, glad they played. They played in the bowl game, lost it. So I'm like, y'all just had at the end of the season, when we look at the record, y'all had a great record, but a mediocre season. Because every time y'all lost the big games that y'all should have won. It wasn't, it was might have been one game that, early on in the season, and we was like, how'd y'all lose that? But to retire their
Are you
jersey.
still excited about Colorado football?
Yeah. I'm curious now to see, okay, now let's see how you do.
So is he out of all of the transfers from Jackson State now?
Maybe not. I don't think so. I think they got a few players from Jackson State. Jackson State did pretty good. I think they won the championship or came close or something like that. But
I don't know what year he left. That's why I asked it.
Yeah, it's been 3 years. But man, you looking at the situation in Colorado, they have the players. It's like put the pieces together. Now they got Marshall Faulk as a running back coach. I'm like, man, y'all got one of the great. Y'all got a team of greats coaching that aren't like I don't know how Marshall Faulk does as a coach. Warren Sapp is a great coach.
Are they still doing their documentaries on
YouTube?
Yeah,
they do it on. Yeah, they still do that, but they do. They got connected with Amazon Prime, so they have a season.
I think that times are really different, and it doesn't seem like we're that far removed, but obviously we are.
Yeah,
because you get to not just watch the teams on TV. You get the human interest stories of everything. And you also get a lot of stuff edited out because I'm not going to expose my issues.
Right.
But they, like, kids that are in school now are really like doing life very different.
Man, but
there is no such thing as a broke college student athlete.
Nah, it shouldn't be.
Right.
It shouldn't be because now you have what's up? Cher.
It is afternoon there.
Yeah.
Hi, Cher.
It is today. So
that made me think about we was looking at Greece and I was like, it's already tomorrow. And you was like, well, I can't go Sunday either. I was like, Sunday is tomorrow. Because it was already Saturday there.
Yeah, high vibe. You late.
Good morning, anyways.
What was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Today's society, man, cameras are normal. Cameras are affordable.
My little cousin started her YouTube journey when she was still in college, and it helped her with her journalism degree.
So it's like being able to like it's funny now, like, being able to go outside, record what you're doing, and people wanting to watch it. I was explaining to our neighbor, was like, hey man, if it's anything that you do, man, record it.
Which neighbor?
Um, um, Malachi.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, just if it's anything that you do, just
Thought you was talking about my boys over here.
anything that you do, record it, upload to YouTube. Yeah, it's gonna take a little while, but you doing it anyway. It takes a little bit longer for you to. All right, I'm gonna put the camera right here so you can see everything, and edit it down and put it out there.
That's the biggest learning curve is the edits,
Like for
like
me,
camera placement and the edits.
like for me, it's become a thing of how do I improve the things. How do I? I've been on this big. How do I make this cinematic, more cinematic? How do I get the right angles and stuff like that?
It is a lot of it is better than real TV because people don't realize the things that they fail to edit out of vlogs and stuff like that. And so like people try to come across one way and then you get to actually see the real thing. But I also enjoy just like the normal everyday things that you find specifically on YouTube.
Yeah.
Of like conversations that you don't get to have with people because of proximity.
Yeah.
You get to have in a comment section.
Yeah.
Where you feel like you're still engaging with someone about something.
But then also too, it allows the isolation part of things to be essentially eliminated. Because, for example, Talisa, I'm gonna use you. We live in Georgia. Talisa's in California. Talisa is probably like 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock. I have no clue why she up on a Saturday morning, but I appreciate you. We love you, and we appreciate you.
31.
Right. So it's like to have that camaraderie. Like we ride for Talisa. You know what I'm saying? Talisa wasn't even here, and we like she got a book club, join it. You know. But it's
and
that
I haven't started the book. I need to do that.
It's that part.
That's gonna be a long day.
Yeah. It's that part. You know what I mean? It's like the cameras or just being able to do that, building a community of people, like, because high vibe, Sharon F always is here, and I love it. D is always here. Cher coming in from London or England. Where are you? Where's you're right, exactly. So it's like
anybody want him?
it's like, man, he gonna knock this table off. It's like that part allows the camera being readily available or easily accessible, makes it where that part, I know it. That I feel like you're not listening either. I'm just repeating myself. That camaraderie allows, us to.
Hey, cousin.
What's up? It allows us to do what we need to do as far as man, just pick him up, man. God,
want him to move. Sit down.
But yeah, no.
This is why I didn't want to pick him up.
Just pick him up. But all of that's all available because of the camera and the internet. And that's used correctly. And it's like you put that stuff on, it's like I appreciate people talking about cameras.
You can have him.
So that's how, because that's how I learn.
Who placed that table at the block quiet? Tommy.
This is the table I built. I built this.
Yeah, he got to stain it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stain it. I just wanted to see what it looks like because I tried to change up our background a little bit. You see,
Jane, I'm not sure you really want quiet because you already got a 2-year-old that's be at your house. Why did it go dark?
I don't know. It's been blinking.
This camera be like adjusting lighting too.
Yeah. God, that thing be so. They need to balance that out.
Yeah, that's the people that edited that video don't have it balanced out. Yeah, Tommy
Thank you,
has
Hava.
built 2 tables at this point. This is the one that needs to still be stained.
Yeah.
The other one,
This
oh,
one.
we ain't tell y'all, or did we tell them
What?
about the leak?
I don't think so.
So, the kids' bathroom tub started leaking around the time that Tommy built the first table, which is a long table that goes behind our couch. It runs the length of our couch. He put a plug into it, so we plug up electronics. Never lose the remote, although we still be losing the remote.
Yeah, y'all see it on I Can Build That.
Yeah, whenever we get the wall fixed.
Yeah.
So the tub started leaking into the drywall. We had to get the wall cut out and the ceiling cut out, and what?
I'll
It's
tell
3
you in a second
places.
how about yeah.
3 places, 2 in the ceiling, 1 in the wall. They had to come out, dry out the walls. We got the leak fixed. Now we're just waiting on them to come back and put the wall and the ceiling back in. So, said all that to say, he never got to finish the video because he couldn't give a after and what the table looks like placed against the wall, because now there is no wall.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just
a hole.
It's a behind the wall.
you can see the wiring, or not, I guess not the wiring, but the metal thing that takes it to the outlet, and you can see the studs in the wall. But that's what you can see in that wall. So our den has not been in use for that reason. Yeah. Now, to answer her question, tabletop.
Oh, this is I use 2x6s to.
What type of wood?
It's just a regular softwood at your local Home Depot or Lowe's.
If it's pine, cedar,
I don't know none of that. It's not pine or cedar.
That's why I was just throwing out.
It's a softwood that they have.
Okay.
And
we need. He's starting a series called I Can Build It. He's recorded the shelves.
Yeah.
Did you post the shelves already?
Yeah, the shelf got posted.
He recorded and posted the shelves. He hasn't done the final reveal of the table in the den because there's no wall right now.
Yeah. I've built a lot of stuff, by the way.
He's built the buffet. You've posted that.
Yeah.
I want to add to the buffet, but we don't have room because that's where I want to add, is where my seed starting setup is.
I've built Lily's desk.
Yeah, Lily's
I don't think
desk.
y'all seen that.
No.
I got the tub
Did you record building my desk?
I don't know.
He built my desk. He built Lily's desk, the floating shelves, that table, this table, the buffet.
Yeah.
And some shelves for our bathroom that haven't been hung yet.
Yeah, but y'all seen that video because it's
well, I'm saying like they haven't been hung yet.
Yeah. I built my desk, and I think I got a video of that.
Yeah, he built his desk.
Mine stands. I built my computer too. I got a video of it. I just haven't put it together. But I got an idea to build a smart table.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you remember you built the smart mirror?
I built the smart mirror with the help of Travis.
But it's not at our house. It's at Travis.
I actually have a piece of live edge that I'm gonna build a bench. I'm probably gonna try to sell that.
Oh, okay.
But
you should build me an ottoman.
Yeah.
I'm saying for
under
my desk.
I'm gonna start charging you, man.
Okay. For under my desk, just something to
buy the stuff. Buy the stuff for it.
Okay. And use your card.
Don't use my card.
Use your card.
Like,
I'll buy it gladly using your card.
That don't make sense.
I like staining wood. It's hard to find naked furniture stores.
Yeah. So I'm gonna actually stain this with like a yellow-ish stain. But yeah, this is nothing but 2x6s. And basically what I did was glue 3 of them together. I cut them down, so it's not really 2x6. This is probably like 15 inches long, this way, and then probably 18 to 22 this way. Mm-hmm. One of the two numbers.
That is amazing. When are you blessing others with your talent?
Man, you just buy the stuff and let me know what you want.
Ticket time is absolutely slow place. Life vibe for sure. Jackpot. The problem that I be having when he start building stuff is I'll tell him what I want, and we still haven't gotten to that. Because I asked him for a window seat and they was like, "That's gonna be hard."
Man, she asked me for a window seat, 90. Like I wasn't even trying to build anything at that point.
Anyways,
But
start charging after you build or something.
what was I finna say? Stop, man. But no, on this one, it looks like the pie sign.
Can we pay in Jack Daniels?
I don't know about that. I need some I need some dead presidents because they don't buy the. I can't buy the wood in Jack Daniels. I like it. I need to go get some more. Anyway, I'm gonna actually put a shelf on it. I don't know why I'm gonna put a shelf, but I think it'll look better with a shelf on it.
It is pie.
And the reason why I said
if you turn it to the side, yeah, see it's pie.
I don't know why I'm gonna put a shelf on it because this is probably the best way for it to see. I actually built this table to sit right here because I got tired of leaning forward, put my stuff. So when I'm eating this stuff, I can just put it right here, eat my stuff.
You eat on Sundays with Jane Green.
Yeah, they gonna see all my food. What you got today, Tommy? Nothing but like I threw down in the kitchen today. You know what I'm saying? Funny. But no, yeah, so that's where I'm at.
Oh, we need to get some more wood because I want a new TV. I mean, shoe rack too. Yeah. Because we have broken 2 shoe racks from Target.
Yeah.
And now we're not supposed to shop at Target. So.
Yeah, so yeah, I've been shopping at Target. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man.
Well, we're not supposed to be. But I also don't want to buy a 3rd one because we've broken 2. Yeah. Obviously, what we're doing isn't working.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I really actually like this. I sanded the mess out of this table. This table's smooth. You hear me? But no, like I basically glued three strips of not strips, but 3 pieces of 2x6s together, and then use wood filler to like line out the whatever they call it, the spaces between them, and so then smooth that out so it looks like one full piece. And then yeah, I'm gonna stain it, and we'll be done with it. But I might not put that shelf on there because.
What are you gonna put on the shelf? What was your thought process for
my thought on the shelf? Was to make the shelf into put the shelf. What'd you say?
What were you planning on putting on the shelf if you build the shelf in?
I don't know what. I don't know.
It was just gonna be because.
Yeah, because it looks better with a shelf. Here. Can you move this? Take your car off, son.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know if y'all can see it.
Not really. Over this way.
But
that shows the pie.
It looks like the pie sign. And I was like, it looks plain, and I didn't know. So, but it looks all right. It's gonna work for what I wanted to work for, so I might just leave it alone. Yeah, don't get me started talking about the stuff that I'll be building, man. But this smart table is gonna be something different though.
What is gonna be in a smart table?
So I'm actually gonna try to put glass on top of it. But make it where it's like you can control like certain things. Like you can probably connect it to the internet. That's what makes things smart. Just being able to connect to the internet.
That's why I'm asking. What makes it smart?
I'm gonna see if I can get some type of technology where I can touch screen on it, put a cooler inside of it so it lifts up. I seen it and I was like, I can build that. I seen it and I was like, yeah, I can build that. But I have to put it together in my mind, and then I have to, find it. But that's one of those big goal things. So I'm just really getting my practice on with these other things. So
got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, if y'all got something y'all want me to build or see how to build it, send it. Shoot. If I like it, I'll build it.
Erica?
Yeah.
You the closest.
Yeah, Erica, you just need to call me and let me know what you want.
Yeah, he's built a lot of random things. He actually has a friend who builds things as a hobby and sells it.
Yeah. And that's how I learned. And that's what made me comfortable in saying I can build something because because of Travis.
That's a beach. It's
Uh,
Jamaica.
2 picture frames. That's easy. I probably make that today. I don't know how to make designs in wood though.
I don't know. That girl that I watched, remember the one that ended up making the wood tabletop for the bathroom sink?
Yeah,
She built a frame around her mirror
yeah.
in the bathroom and then
I
had
be
to take it down after she gorilla glued it up there.
yeah. Um, I watch Uncle John on YouTube.
Everybody is Uncle John's neighbor.
Right.
And
I built a fence for my
he be
neighbor.
like, I drove 2 hours. John, that is not your neighbor anymore. That is somebody in your state / a person that you have run across.
But I love his videos because he explains the stuff in a, to me it's funny because of how country is. But
He's in
then
Louisiana, right?
I think so. But then it's like it's like he explains these things and then you're looking at them, they're so amazing.
Yeah, she gorilla glued that mirror. She built not a mirror, a frame. Gorilla glued it to the wall. I mean, to the mirror / wall. Right before it dried, she realized she didn't like the color of it. And because she spray painted it and didn't paint, she had to take the whole thing down.
Really?
And so she ended up ripping some of the.
She tore the mirror up, didn't she?
The mirror, it came down fine, but it was like it took some force. It hadn't even fully dried.
Yeah.
Like it had been up there for a few minutes.
Dang.
So she had to lay it on its front to let the glue harden.
Yeah.
So that she could then peel the glue off. She ended up sanding some of it off, but she had to peel and sand the glue off and then flip it back over to actually spray paint it again.
Let me tell y'all about a situation I had when I sanded some stuff before. So we was putting up a door in the den, and
it's not funny.
It was too big, and so I'm like, "How am I gonna cut this?" And I didn't have like a table saw in it, so I'm like, "How am I gonna cut this thing to fit this door to fit?" So I started sanding it. I have no clue what happened, but somehow my finger touched the sander. Man, blood just went everywhere. I thought I had lost the finger.
I'm happy you did.
I was like, oh my God. I stopped, turned it off, stopped everything. So
worry about this another day.
Right. Cleaned up the blood, got my finger straight. But it was just a lot of blood at one time.
He was like, I need a band-aid. I'm like, for what? Because I didn't know that he had nicked his finger. And then when I saw how much blood, I was like, you don't need a band-aid. You need to go somewhere and be seen.
I was just like, we're going to see what happens. So we fast forward months later. I'm outside sanding. Artika and her mom and Quad is gone. So I'm having a good time. Got my music going. I'm dancing. I'm sanding. They come back. Artika says, I'm going to leave Quad outside.
No,
you.
I told Quad
let
to
me
come
finish.
back in the house.
Let me finish the story. Because Quad never went back in the house if she told her. So I'm just saying, and I'm, headphones in, bobbing my head, having a good time. And then I'm like, Quad is outside. Quad disappears for like 2 minutes. I'm like, Lord Jesus, where's my son? I go over there. I'm yelling at Quad to come back. After that, I keep looking up. I'm still sanding. Eventually I said, I can't do this because I'm gonna mess my hand up fooling with him and his mama because she don't want to come outside with him. I was
going to work.
I'm gonna mess my hand up fooling with him and his mama because she don't want to watch him.
So your sanding was more important than me going to work. My mama was here. You should have told my mama to get him.
You should have told your mama to get him. I'm trying to sand.
So you want no parts in this? These your kids.
These are our kids.
These your kids.
Okay.
I chopped a piece of my thumb with a food cutter years ago. Yikes.
Come get him, man.
You can have your baby.
All I thought about.
Go to California? See, he builds things too. Whoa!
I just realized what he was doing.
He put a carrot like it's a nail and just popped it with his hammer.
But I was like, man, so I gotta find pockets to build stuff because they're gonna go outside with me. So Anyway, you got anything else?
No, I'm about to. Well, we are as a family are about to go eradicate some ants at Lily's school and finish cleaning out this garden bed. I did go to her school earlier this week, and Quad had planted a whole packet of carrots in one garden bed, and were able to harvest those, and I ended up giving them to my neighbor because we didn't need any more carrots in our freezer.
He said I did it.
But especially because Lily's growing carrots right now in our backyard too. But we're gonna go up there and get rid of some ants, clean out a bed, and possibly plant some pollinators because they have like, I'm gonna call it a butterfly garden because they put a butterfly bush in the bed, in two of the beds, to attract butterflies and other pollinators. So hopefully we can knock that out really quickly. Shouldn't take too much. I just couldn't do it when I was up at the school the last time because I didn't bring the stuff to get rid of the ants. But that's pretty much it for me.
All right.
I forgot I put us both a
Thank
notification
you,
on the
Talisa.
calendar.
I try to be.
I be trying. It be hard. Tommy and Lily was beefing this morning. I still don't know what happened there.
I just don't like her attitude, man. I realize I be saying stuff that growing up I heard. Like she was in the bathroom washing her hands, and I wasn't listening, but I was like, "Why is the water running so long?" I was like, "What you doing? Washing my hands. Your hands are clean, man. Turn that water off." Like the water just running. I was like, "You got my water running." I was like, "Man, I remember hearing stuff like that growing
You
up."
like you open your mouth and your parent comes out.
Yeah,
And you be like, that's why she used to do that.
yeah. That's what happened this morning.
I got it.
Yeah. Connected. Dang.
Lily is
A trip, man. But
is
she got
the
a terrible
funniest.
attitude. Like her attitude is just like her mama's.
You think my attitude's
Oh, you
terrible?
got a bad one too. Story time.
You never think it's you, huh?
Nah. Story time. I know this wasn't me.
Okay.
I'm leaving after this story. So a few years ago, well, I'm gonna say a lot of years ago, maybe 7. Was it 7?
Don't ask me any
Anyway,
questions. Just your story.
years back, Memorial Day weekend,
Oh, that's where you're
um,
going with this.
Artiga's friend came into town. uh and he like we chilling. So we chilling, right? So we getting ready to grill for Memorial Day and everything like that. But our apartment had been like the power had been going in and out. Man, so it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. I got the grill, like at this point, the grill is firing up. I got the charcoal getting ready, you know. So I go in, try to finish doing what I got to do to the meat, and everything, letting it warm up because I, seasoned it the day before, let it freeze, marinate overnight, pulling it out, doing what else I got to do, preparing my meat to go on the grill. Man, the power goes out. I don't know if Artika woke up and the power was out, or if she was up
I
and
was
the
awake.
and the power went out while she was up. But man, I go back in the house. Artika is going off on me like I turned the power off.
I did not go off on you
Yes, you did.
about the power going off. I was upset about the situation. And then Georgia Power came out and pulled our meter out and said, this apartment has faulty wiring. We can't just let it go like this. So at this point, I'm just frustrated
And she took
with the
every
entire situation. And he kept looking at me like, what? I'm like, ain't your power out too?
no, she took every frustration that she had. Like my power is not out too. And I'm just like, well, I'm finna finish cooking this meat because I don't need power. I can just finish cooking my meat and we'll figure out everything else later on. And she went completely off on me. And I mean, if y'all don't believe me, I asked Ace about it.
Ace is gonna be like, that's not what happened.
Ace is no, he's not. No, he's not.
Will y'all be talking about this?
No, but I know he's not gonna do that. Because we both looked at it.
I'm not Lily. Like, Tommy misreads a lot of situations.
How was it misread?
He misreads a lot of situations.
How was that misread? I was like, I still have to.
Sometimes I'll just answer him with a 1-word answer, and he'll be like, "Why you got an attitude?" And I'd be like, "It didn't need additional explanation."
No.
So he misreads a lot.
I didn't misread that because you went off on me. Okay. Like we was cussing and everything. And I just went outside. Yeah. I just went outside and finished cooking the meat and called my friend and said, "Hey man, we gotta come over to your house because we don't have power at the house." Chris. Remember they stayed in I think it's Sandy Springs at that point. I was like, man, I cooked all this meat.
They have lived a lot of places, like county-wide.
Yeah. I cooked all this meat, bro. We're gonna come over there and we're gonna celebrate Memorial Day. Chris was happy because shit, he didn't have to do nothing but eat. All right, cool. So
Chris has been happy in a lot of situations.
What?
Thinking about your bachelor party.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, I am. So yeah, bad attitudes around the whole house with the girls. And I can't do nothing about Artika's, but Lily's like she
don't look like you're gonna be able to do anything about Lily.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's why Lily don't have a tablet now.
That's not changing anything about her attitude.
Man, it just makes her think about it. It's like, hey man, what did he mean? What does he mean?
You think so? Interesting. I'm dying.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Y'all, I'm gonna put this up. Y'all can't see my cousin.
Exactly. Be very, very careful.
Okay, so D asked for a story about his bachelor party. This wasn't a Tommy story, and I didn't go off on anybody about this bachelor party
until the next day.
About the bachelor party, I didn't go off on anybody.
Because of the bachelor party, she went off on me the next day. And that's why I told you, Regina, to be careful.
No,
they
had was it 2 strippers?
Yeah.
They had a couple of strippers and a party bus. We also had a party bus, but I told them no strippers because male strippers creep me out. And one of his friends emptied out their bank account.
Yeah. I didn't know that happened till weeks later.
No, his wife told me that night because we did our bachelorette parties to like the same night. So the friend's wife was at mine and the friend was at his, and she was like, "He ain't got no money. My account is in the negative." Apparently, they have like a joint account and then they each have separate accounts, but they can see each other's accounts. Yeah. And she was like, "He ain't got no money. I had to put money back into his account to get him back in the positive because he spent everything he had." I was like, them strippers must have been stripping.
I don't know.
According to my brother, they wasn't that great.
Yeah, I don't know because I went to sleep.
Yeah, my brother said he was talking to him.
Yep,
you said you was talking to him. I was like, I don't know what kind of bachelor party this is if y'all are holding these long, drawn out conversations with the strippers.
This what happened, right? So we went in, so we had the party bus, and I'm getting lit. You hear me? I mean, pull up. You know. So
one of my cousin Hubert, who's not here this morning, but y'all always see him. Hubert showed up on his party bus with a backpack.
He did. Whiskey. He did.
Wasn't it whiskey or was it?
I don't know what it was, but it was like we had what we needed. This boy here, we had what we needed. Iron and tissue. Yeah. He be seeing his daddy. He's doing everything he sees his daddy do.
He is iron and tissue.
But no, so we had our party bus. We was, you come at some point. Shamira's friend got on the bus.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was like, the only thing it's a bus full of dudes, and this one girl just hops on the bus with us to go to the next place we was going to.
And she was trying to be really invasive when she met me. Yeah. Like, I don't say invasive, but she was being weird when she first met me.
Because she thought that I don't talk about it.
And she thought that I didn't know that there was girls on the party bus. And Shamir was like, I was there. She know. Yeah. Girl, stop.
Because I was like, we didn't do anything. So we went to she jumped on. At this point, I barely remember her being on the bus, but I remember seeing Shamir at the next place.
Mm-hmm.
And man, we have a good time. We go back to the hotel. I come in, I'm like, oh, cool, it's a bed. Cause now I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
We back to the hotel, we're safe inside.
Not we're safe.
I'm finna go lay down. I look over to my left. I hit the bed, look over to my left. It's two girls like fixing themselves. I'm like, this is like Players Club. Nobody
no,
like
it's not like Players Club.
Nobody can go privately anywhere. Right? That's all I'm thinking. Is nobody goes anywhere because we don't want an Ebony situation.
Right.
And so they come over, like it was a light skin and a dark skin. I started talking to the light skin one. And me and her are looking at everybody, looking at them. And I just started laughing because I'm like, this is hilarious, man. And so I was like, look at my uncle.
Your uncle had the time of his life.
He had the best time in his life. Man, so we just sitting there laughing and talking about folks and stuff like that. And then so I don't know what started the party or get them started. But as soon as they got up, I was like, well, lights out. Man, I went straight to sleep, man. Next morning, I see like at some point Lance fell out of a chair because he fell asleep in a chair. I woke up. It's 4 people in the I guess a queen size bed, and then my home Dub was laying on the not it's J Dub but my Dub. He was laying.
His name is also J Dub.
Yeah, he was laying on the the suitcase thing.
How was he able to lay on that?
I don't know. He was laying.
I mean, he's not a tall person,
right?
That's not a
it's
stable.
Not. It's not. That's how I know we had a real good time.
Oh, okay.
Your brother had the couch.
Cause he gonna make sure all 6 feet of him can stretch out.
Yeah. Yes, he was laying on the suitcase rack.
So J Dub is the shortest of everybody that was there.
Yeah.
But he's still a regular size human being.
No, it was 3 of us. I don't know why he didn't get in the bed because I was laying one way, Reggie was laying across the bottom, and Jay was laying the other way off the side on the bed.
And Jay too big to be dangling off the side of it. Jay is what, like 6'3"?
Yeah, something like that. So you had us 3. Dub was Dub was on the shoe rack.
I'm still how I'm gonna have that next time. I need to see him.
Yeah, right.
He was. I
mean, when I woke up, he was waking up
because his explanations are funny. Once you get all of the the visuals with it,
yeah.
I need to see him tell me this story. I don't want to just hear it. I need to see him tell me this story.
Lance was in the chair. Like I was like, how did you fall asleep and it moved? It wasn't a chair that just stands still.
That's enough tissue.
It was one that went around in a circle. Yeah, I seen it. What else? And that's everybody because everybody, we had to get back. So I woke up with a massive hangover.
That's why he got cussed out.
And Artiga had let me finish. No,
I was just about to give a preference of our wedding was on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
Saturday was when we had our rehearsal. So these bachelor and bachelorette parties were on Friday.
Yeah. So we all wake up. We're like, all right, man, let's go back to Tommy's house. So we on our way back. Artika's calling me already upset because she's like, we got stuff to do. And I'm like, I just need to lay down real quick. I ain't gonna be long. I just need to lay down real quick because I understand we got stuff to do. But I got a hangover.
So we also had a time frame.
I need to get over this hangover. Only thing I had to do was go pick up the car. And I was renting it from a friend.
That is why you had to be.
That's why we had to be very careful.
My cousin, y'all can't see her on YouTube because she's on Facebook, but she's also reiterating things.
But so the crazy part about that whole situation, when we finally got home, Artika and her girls was there, and then
because me and my bridesmaid slept at our house on Saturday morning because we didn't get in until Saturday morning. And then we rented a house for Saturday night going into Sunday.
Yeah. And so I get home, Artiga's like ready to go off. I'm just like, hey, and I go upstairs. Why did I do that? That whole day, she was on 10. Like we at the rehearsal, I told Miss V, I said,
that's our officiant's wife.
We had a good time last night, and now Artiga's mad at me. She said, y'all still getting married. I said, okay.
No, she came and she said, I know you're upset, but I've already mailed off the marriage license. So y'all are married. I was like, okay. She was like, figure it out. And she literally just walked off.
Right. And so I was like, man, that whole day, man. My cousin had came in, Map had came in and saw me. He said, he looked at me and just
Map looked at me and he said, Artika, I didn't even do anything. I wasn't here last night. And I was like, get your friend. I told him and Vic both. I was like, get your friend.
Both of them came upstairs, and I'm like, what are you doing here?
I was like, get your friend. He was like,
go brush your teeth and wash your
face. No more. You can have one more of these, and then you gotta stop because I need this tissue.
Go ahead. Man, you talking about funny now, but in the moment was not.
And he kept telling people, they'd be like, I need to go talk to Artika. He stopped Regina first and he was like, be careful.
Yeah, she on
one. Very careful.
Be careful. Because I knew what type of attitude she had. Piss poor.
Anyways. And I had my rider with me.
Who?
My sister.
Yeah. No, she was on my side.
No, she was.
Yes, she was. Go ahead, man.
Push the button.
Push a button. Man, but nah, man. All in all, man, I had a good time at the wedding, man. Real good time. So anyway, guys, that's our time. So
it died.
Yeah, you guys go check out our channel. I realized we ain't put out a video in a while, like a regular video. So be on the lookout for that soon. We should record what we do today. Right. You have a beautiful day too, Talisa. We gotta figure out our lives. Cause I thought we had a live last Sunday, but apparently we didn't.
Oh yeah, he texted Jackie.
I was like, where the link at?
Talisa was like, I'm looking for the link.
Where the link? But yeah, so y'all go out, enjoy your Saturday, man. It's a beautiful Saturday here, and we're gonna get outside and
plant our garden and the school some stuff too.
And yeah, so go outside, do some stuff, record some stuff, upload it, share our videos. Go check out some of our old videos. If you haven't seen the I Can Build That video, go check out those, Regina. And yeah, man, we love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning. We out.
Bye,
peace.
Quiet, tell everybody bye.
Bye.